Skype on my phone. I don't know if that was a good idea. It is blowing
You're going to
up.
be super distracted.
You know what I like, Scott?
Hmm.
Water. It's delicious. Okay, and looks like we are live now. All right.
Actually live?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Sorcerer King dev stream. That's right. I'm your host, Ray Bartos, and I'm the producer on Galactic Civilizations 3. Next to me is Scott, the man of the hour, going to present Sorcerer King.
How's it going, everybody?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just excited. I'm really excited to check this out. There's a new build, right?
There's a new build.
New build.
Going to show off some new stuff. We're going to be showing off the Guardian Sovereign and his heroes and his abilities. We're going to be playing through and hopefully get some interaction with the room, with the chat folk. And we'll throw some options up there and as to how we want to progress down the ability trees. And let's get started. There's a lot of game to play.
Yeah.
So
Real quick, just
Yeah.
for me, so you're choosing your sovereign.
yes.
Now sovereign's at a base point. What is their general effect on the game right now? What would you say?
The Sovereign, so in Civ, you have your leader. It's kind of like that, where you have this base wizard class. Well, sometimes it's wizard, sometimes it's something else. That dictates the tree, what abilities you end up unlocking. So kind of like other games have tech trees. We have the Sovereign skill tree, where you can unlock buildings, unit types, global abilities. And then the starting unit. So this the Guardian that we're going to be showing off starts off with Peregrine the Ranger, a ranged unit that will help defend your cities and take guys out from afar.
Cool. Very cool.
Oh, plus the spell books, which are important. Based on the spell books, different sovereigns basically will get different spells to research and cast as the game goes on. Nothing set in stone. Spell books kind of dictate the ebb and flow of randomness. There is a little bit of randomness with the way that spells pop up, but in general, the spell books dictate how you're going to be casting.
Oh,
in
okay.
a given
Very cool.
game. Okay, so let's start up. We got a Guardian, Wizard, Tyrant, and Guardian. Those will be the sovereigns who'll be playing within Beta 2. Let's give Guardian a test drive. Playing, I don't believe Hidden Valley is in the beta right now. Feel free to make your jokes about salad dressing.
I don't have any jokes.
Prime location for some snark.
Nope, no snark here. I'm
Okay.
not Scott.
I don't have any snark. All
Okay,
right.
cool. So you get to, right off the bat, you're introduced in the game. You get some really cool pop-ups to guide you. You're able to name your city.
You're able to name
That's
your
very
city
cool.
right off the bat.
So you know that you can do that.
You know what? You can also do it.
So if at any time, much like I do, because I will name them very awkward things, I can rename them whenever I wish.
So if you put swears in there and you
I would
get
never do that.
ashamed, you always put swears. So let's say you will be able to rename them. I thought that they were in the actions, but right now I'm starting off, and I'll try to walk us through the game as we play it. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'm really happy with the Elemental. The Elemental series kind of introduced this idea of popping in and out of cloth map mode. I'm really excited to have that follow through into Sorcerer King. We updated a lot of the graphics, but it gives you a nice bird's eye view. Leo did a great job. You can see so I'll try not to talk about graphics too much, but these objects kind of transition really nicely, keeping their direction, I don't know. I can't explain it. He did a great job there. So we have some treasure chests. These are goodie huts that will give us treasure if we walk across them. We have a couple of quests out here. Abandoned Village. We have a really nasty monster lair over here.
Oh, actually, Scott, we have a really great question from the chat.
This
VV Ashington
Okay.
_ Irving. Very excited to know, why is the city Zoc smaller? Why is that? Why is it like smaller off the start than per se like the traditional kind of games we usually play?
We brought that in a little bit just to give the player a lot more interesting choices. So you tighten that up, and now all of a sudden, as the city levels up, at the tiles you select to grow your city out in one way or another becomes a very interesting and important choice.
Okay.
The larger radius city that just encompasses tons of resources right off the start, that's not that important or not as interesting of a choice. So we tighten that up. We give improvements and spells that will increase the size of the Zoc, but in general, try to keep it tight and then turn those into choices opposed to making things, big right off the start. And
Yeah.
so
that's really cool. So then keeping that tight, it becomes way more important on what you're going to put where.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like when it drops down. Oh, that's really cool. Let's see. We have another one.
also, I should point out the Zoc here is even smaller because the monster layers exude their own zone of control.
Gotcha.
In Sorcerer King. So an interesting choice that you have to make is a lot of times you'll find monster layers right around the points where you want to settle and put outposts. You have to take out those monster layers before expansion even becomes an option, tying in the expansion and battle mechanics.
Cool. So yeah, and that's covered in the chat as well. As Scott just mentioned, that so it does look like it's even a little smaller than usual because of the fact of
it's
where it's laying right now. Very cool. We're getting in it kind of early, but any important notes? Do you guys have any patch notes or stuff, or any interesting like, hey, look out for this anytime soon?
I'll drop that next week when I have a finalized idea of what we're putting into beta 2. We have a main branch and we have the official release branches, with Gelsiv 3. You kind of keep some stuff tucked away. I don't want to promise anything right now, but there's a lot of great stuff going in, and we're excited to get it into everybody's hands. So let me go through some of the tech tree, or some of the ability trees real quick. Like I said, we start off with a ranger, Peregrine right here, and his tree. The top branch kind of focuses on unlocking abilities. So first you unlock Power Shot, which leads to a Grapple Shot. These are all abilities. They have cooldowns, but you can use them in battle. Grapple Shot pulls any unit right next to you. So if you have a guy that's in trouble, you don't have enough healing potions, you can pull your friend out of the fray.
So wait, you can pull a friend and an enemy?
Or an enemy.
Wow. So you can utilize that for both.
So you can tactically bring a guy close to, bring him into a swarm situation. So you can imagine lining all your guys up, pulling them in, and then. And
that is very, very, very cool.
Some different elemental arrow types. An explosive arrow, you hit the guy, does just a little bit of damage, but when he dies, big explosion, basically. So you kind of tag a guy, and you got to back off friendly fire damage.
That's cool.
Let's see, some commander options. Quick fire, we'll be able to, on the middle tier, Pathfinder gives us some extra movement bonuses. Quick fire, all your ranged units will fire on turn 1. So they get a free attack to start off with. So quick fire is basically, everybody fire, and you get a nice volley of arrows hitting your guys before they can even make a move.
All of these things make it sound like the Ranger has been really well revamped.
Yeah,
basically.
we're trying to make sure every single hero that goes in, is pretty awesome, and then we'll iterate from there.
Cool.
Go big, go big or go home. Falconer, and then the third option that we're going to have once Peregrine levels up is the Falconer, which gives you a fast-moving air unit.
Okay.
Really no attack, no defense, but he has a really high scouting range. So you can send him off to try to find minor races or locations that you want to go to, Sorcerer King's Keep, stuff like that. So here comes the interaction, Ray.
Yes!
When this guy levels up, if you guys have any thoughts on what we should unlock, if we should hit the Power Shot and kind of go up that tree, unlocking different abilities. The Pathfinder unlocks kind of commander-type abilities or general abilities. And then this Falconer will lead to, a falcon that you can move around and some loot bonuses.
Very cool. So those of you in the chat, we have 3 options right now. I'm really excited to see what you guys have to say about that. So
Or I'll just
type it in
will
real
gladly,
quick.
I know what I would pick.
Yeah,
So
Scott knows what he would pick.
feel free
And
to-
if you guys don't
if this
type soon,
doesn't-
I know
yeah.
what I would pick. And it's probably not sight. So I love to do the
All right.
damage
All
for
right,
those of you
so-
that aren't aware.
So we're still on turn 1.
Okay.
Choose spell. One of the first things you do, if anybody who has the beta knows, got to pick what spell you're going to learn. I always go for heal. I like being able to make sure I won't lose a battle.
But does heal do damage?
No.
Then I don't understand.
You gotta.
That it doesn't sound
I'm
like...
a defensive. I'm playing the Guardian.
That's not the Dungeon way.
No, I'm playing the Guardian. I got to make sure my units are taken care of and my people are prosperous.
Oh, I'm getting outvoted. The chat is almost unanimous. It looks like they want Falcon. They cry Falcon, sir.
I will give. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Falcon, then Pathfinder. These are all words that are being
okay.
used.
Just so we're all on the same page, it's a temporary seagull unit.
Yeah, but you get him.
But you
so
get
let's
him and
do
you
it.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right. So let's see. I got an idle city here. Again, trying to make sure that all the unit build-outs, all the unit types are interesting. Pioneer does what you expect a Pioneer to do. Make a city or make an outpost or upgrade an outpost. Soldier attacks. So you would like the soldier. Yes. He comes with a shield bash, so you can kind of manage the location of your enemies. You can shield bash guys back and then do a range of or area of effect attack on them.
And now that bash that will physically move.
That'll
the units
physically
back.
move the unit back.
Wow.
So there are a lot more abilities in this game that deal with the placement and movement
placement.
of the,
Yeah, that would really change the strategy of it though too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can imagine. I think I talked about this last week. A Burning Lands level where it's surrounded by fire, and so suddenly your shield bash is you're bashing guys back into these flames and taking them out. So hopefully there'll be some synergy, not to use a buzzword, but a little bit of synergy there between the different abilities and the different battle arenas and whatnot. But scout really quick. If you have a scout in your party, you will get the escape ability. So that way you're never in a situation where you're completely screwed. You'll always be able to get out. It costs you a logistics point though, so you are making a trade-off.
Now, those logistics points are the ones that determine how many you can have on the field.
How many units and how many resources you can have tapped. So there are a handful of things that are logistics driven.
Cool.
And you really have to make the choice between swords and butter. I'm going to. What am I going to do? I need to take these. I'm really nervous about. Wait, I'm playing the Guardian. He's kind of about city building and his people. So I'll build a Pioneer. I'm terrified of these guys right here. I think what is their? So their battle ranking, their combat rating is 24. Mine is 15. I'm going to have to either beef myself up. Oh, Ray, I know what I'm going to do.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So
the chat's excited.
Another reason that we had to kind of bring in the zone of control and turn it into like a real strategic choice is that you now do damage to any units within your zone of control. So a giant zone of control is even awesomer than being able to tap into resources and stuff because all those guys are going to take damage. A lot of people are reporting on the forums that they can't find lieutenants. And the problem is that in an older build, lieutenants would be dying because they get hit by cities and outposts. And they basically wander into the zone of control and die on the main map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a watchtower. Wait, no. Oh, Ray. Okay.
We can ask the chat. They may.
No, well, it's not going to work. The watchtower.
Play.
So the watchtower, I picked it. I was thinking that the zone of control is going to. I have to talk with my mouse, not my hands. The zone of control would expand and envelop these guys and start attacking them. So take down their health without me having to fire or without me having to do much. But unfortunately, they exude their zone of control. Basically, my zone of control is going to be cut right here until I take them out. So I'm gonna make a soldier. I'm gonna prioritize taking these guys out because I really don't like them that close. And I'm gonna send my troops up to collect goodie huts, goodie hut. I can craft some stuff, chain boots. I'm not gonna craft anything right now. I'll see what's available later. You build on your first shard, and I am good to go. So that was turn 1.
Nice. Turn 1 accomplished.
Achievement unlocked.
Achievement unlocked.
Okay,
Fabulous.
so now now I'm gonna send these guys. I'm just gonna play a little bit. Goodie huts. Instead of giving some goodie huts give actual items, but in general, goodie huts in this game will give you lots and lots of loot.
Cool.
And so loot is used for crafting. I'm getting some crystal. Looks like I got some gemstones and stuff, and by amassing all this loot, you suddenly have all kinds of strategic options on the crafting side to give your forces interesting upgrades that way.
Nice. We actually have some questions from the chat. Actually, mostly about the seagull. They're really excited about that. Did you go back and pick the seagull?
Oh, I didn't.
I
haven't even fought a battle.
I really hope you get that seagull.
I remembered.
Token?
So one of the bonuses of being a guardian is that I get an earthly familiar spell, so I can summon this earthly familiar for 25 mana. I will probably do that before I attack these guys, but for right now, I'll keep adventuring.
Cool. A few questions from the chat. What is the most important / significant difference to Fallen Enchantress? Now, I kind of want to cover this because from what I've observed, I think the answer is everything.
It's a lot.
I don't want to.
The big thing, the huge thing, the thing is the Sorcerer King himself. The fact that we have this dungeon master that is in control of shaping the experience. So you get all the tools that you would get in any 4X game, but the dungeon master, he will craft the experience based on how you play. So you'll find quests where if you're a jerk if you're going out there and being a jerk in the world, the Sorcerer King is going to treat you differently, and the world is going to act differently than if you if you're benevolent, going out and making benevolent choices.
So you don't have to be the goody guy.
No.
You can play this game, not be the goody two-shoe. Legit. You can legitimately play
Correct.
this game as like the evil guy.
Yeah.
So
that will be that will be the tyrant, one of the tech trees or one of the sovereigns that you get.
Okay.
Will be the tyrant, and that kind of focuses on like actually utilizing the doomsday counter for your own purposes.
Oh, what's this?
Here's the Sorcerer King. Just as we said, he is here to woo me. What can we do for you today? We are not buying what you're selling. I don't trust this guy. Anybody whose eyes glow, I do not trust them. So
I disagree with you, but okay.
I'm gonna tell him to
go away.
Yeah.
That's bad, man.
So he's gonna be back. I don't doubt it. And we have more bad guys over here. Holy crap! I'm feeling a little suffocated. Oh, here's a guy that I can take out.
There's actually a question from the chat.
Okay.
From generic username 42.
Oh.
So they were actually mentioning, they were critiquing the play. Why not just cast your production boosting spell on the city so you can make that soldier faster? Is there any kind of way to boost your production?
How much is it gonna? I guess I was saving that for the earthly familiar
strategy.
So you're given a certain amount of mana at the start of the game, and how you use that kind of, you have a couple of choices. You can cast any of these spells. I think I will. I like that. Thank you, generic user. You're not generic to me.
Special indeed.
Yes.
Generic username 42. I really appreciate the playthrough.
Upgrade that name.
Also, upgrade your name. Make a new account. What else is really unique about this game? But it still keeps those core concepts, right?
I mean,
it's
the
not
idea
too
is
unfamiliar.
to provide that asymmetrical gameplay, the you versus the world feel, while using, for lack of a better term, the gameplay language of 4X. So we're really, really lucky to be in a year, or the last couple of years, we've had, Warlock, we've had Endless Legend. We have these great 4X games that have introduced this 4X gameplay, or that have kind of hammered home, this is what it's like to play a 4X game.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we can take that language, take that gameplay, and kind of take it in a different way with Sorcerer King. And the Dungeon Master does that. I'm sorry, I can't talk and
That's okay.
and play at the same
Proceed
time.
your turn when you can.
Okay.
This is a very broad topic, but it's so important, especially for the people stopping by right now. Just let them know, hey, we want to make this really strong game, but at the same time, here's the new stuff we're doing. Yeah. Because this is totally different.
What excites me about Sorcerer King and the Dungeon Master, and just this build-up, this accumulation of experience, you have a boss battle at the end of the game. You have this everything comes together at this final moment, or this final couple of turns.
It seems.
Yeah. And that excites me a lot, because we can do a lot of things in those last couple of turns, where we know, the Dungeon Master is looking. He knows whether he's going to be beat. He knows whether you're outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
He has all that data.
Okay.
And we can make sure that the game feels just as satisfying as possible up until the defeat of either the player or the Sorcerer King. We can just do so much there that if you had to make sure everything was perfectly balanced amongst 8 other civilizations in the world, you wouldn't have that power. You wouldn't have those amazing design decisions or opportunities to.
So you're definitely hoping for a lot more immersion in this game, then.
Yeah.
With what's really going against what you're going on, or going against Sorcerer King.
Yeah, where the way that you play the game and the random world that you're given, and just all that stuff builds together into this final climactic end game that we couldn't have done otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm actually going to change over to a Pioneer so I can take this shard, and I'm going to. He attacked me. That's ballsy. That's straight up.
That was a really risky move.
Yeah.
Do you think you got him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm surprised.
Look at that intro. Whoa.
Oh, was that new?
Is it? Look at this guy. Humble
I'm
Scott.
sorry,
I don't know if anybody in the chat, you can go ahead and just kind of poke at Scott right now, because I just did. Because apparently,
So what we're going to do is make sure that.
Whatever. Super cool dream sequence at the beginning of every battle. Sorry, I didn't tell you.
The battle was all a dream.
Wow. That's
so the
really cool.
Yeah, the different arenas will have just a transitional effect to kind of bring you in.
Whoa, look at that tree right there. That's really cool.
Yeah. So
as I point into nowhere. I'm sorry, everybody in the stream.
This tree. We're getting a lot of new arena props and stuff in, so you'll be seeing in beta 2.
Yeah. So are those
cool
are blocked then? Those mini mountains in the.
Yeah. So here we have. You can imagine how the position of your enemy comes into effect, and kind of managing that could add a lot of fun.
I think we should change the playthrough. I want to play.
I'm gonna stay. Okay. I'm gonna hang back here. I'm gonna howl, beefs my guys up. So Peregrine starts off with two different abilities. You got Rain of Arrows that will hit for an area of effect around the point. I think it does 50% normal attack strength, but it's a really great way to weaken a large group of foes. And then if anybody ends up getting close enough, you have Hidden Dagger, which attacks for 20 damage, or I think it's 2x damage. And inflicts bleed on the target. So the first guy that happens to get to the ranger, which is a ranged unit, he's going to be kind of staying back. Okay. First guy that gets to him will bleed. So actually, why did I just?
That was awesome. That was
I
really
just
cool.
realized. I just realized I shouldn't have done that though.
That's
Because it was 50% and it was on one guy. I'm gonna tangle web this mofo.
You're really playing strategically here.
Um,
Using all those abilities to maximize this one bandit.
yeah.
This
He's
one bandit
he's
is gonna
feel.
hate his life. I believe after the stream, all bandits will hate being in the game.
Okay, easy kill. Did I? Oh, I still have a little bit more to go. Let's focus on getting that falcon because I know.
The after combat screen looks really cool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's tons of information on there.
I don't want to bore people by talking. I know a lot of these guys have played it before, so
Man,
I'll talk a little bit more
really
about
cool.
it.
Oh no, it's good to have end caps on that stuff.
Okay, so these guys aren't bothering me. I'm working on Pioneer. Let's see. So you can summon guys in. I don't have enough mana to summon her. So I'll just keep on keeping on. Sovereign details. Oh, we'll get to this in a little bit. Here's the tree for the guardian. But yeah, we don't need to focus on that right now. Actually, next turn I'm gonna level him up. So
Let's see. There's a lot of questions about. I hope this doesn't bring up any sore topics, but Sir Kale. They're looking for what happened to Bailey and Sir Kale.
you don't get Sir Kale with the guardian.
Oh, okay.
So every single that's one of the differences behind the different sovereigns is they will have different unit loadouts to start off with. So here we're kind of playing around. We had him start off with a dwarf. We're kind of going back and forth over the loadouts, but since this is kind of a nature guardian, kind of beast friendly sovereign, we gave you the
Which there are tons of mobs in the game, like
Yeah.
creatures and stuff to be.
Oh yeah.
So you have plenty of friends to find.
Yeah. I like the idea that this is on just a tree. Okay, so let's get tactical.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So those little feet are like you're moving. That's cool.
and I'm gonna howl. It gives everybody +1 attack. I like for them to come to me, so I'm gonna try to move all my guys back. Rain of Arrows, easy pick for this group.
Yeah.
And then it's tangled web. Let's tangle one of these guys. Okay, go in for a kill. One of the new abilities that the wolf has is this deadly bite. Gives you a double attack. He dodged it. I don't like this group. I like the last group.
That happened live.
Yeah.
that dodge attack happened. He dodged it.
Okay. I'm gonna take this guy out first. Nice. Look at that headshot. So yeah, we got some clouds kicking.
So just all new. All new
Yeah,
maps.
like all the assets in Sorcerer King. I know that some of these icons look LH, but those are all getting swapped out.
Of course. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, these are all unique handmade maps, though, correct?
Oh yeah.
These
The
are
maps are all fresh.
Very cool. Getting excited. He's surrounded.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna just hidden dagger this guy.
I don't think that poor wolf saw the dagger.
You
It
know
was
what?
hidden.
I'm not doing too well. I could use that heal spell right now. Is what I could do.
I would never use a heal spell.
Sometimes it's useful.
Hit harder.
All right. So Peregrine the Ranger leveled up. So we actually got 2 level up screens that we get to manage. So a bunch more loot. So the Sovereign leveled up. Ignore the fact that this is the wizard face. You will see a guardian face there for beta 2. So here we got City Guardian. Unlocks a City Guardian improvement, which gives defending cities 2 free sniper units. So if there's a city that I really don't want the bad guys to take, I can put that improvement there. Nature Guardian outpost gain +1 Zoc and attack range. So like we were talking about the importance of the zone of control in this game. Every single outpost that I put down is going to be able to hit harder and hit farther.
Cool.
And then Shard Guardian, all shards are revealed on the map. Very important to know where my sources of magic are. So this Shard Guardian leads to a lot of magical stuff. Terraforming. Oh, man. I think I may want to go towards terraforming.
Yeah.
Nature Guardian can... he has a lot of spells, a lot of abilities that involve just playing with the landscape. That's one really cool thing about the Sorcerer King's engine is that all these tiles can be pushed and pulled, and Nature Guardian makes full use of that engine side tech.
Cool. So now being able to see all the shards is important too, so you can defend them.
Yeah. So let's.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do Shard Guardian. So now. Oh, I got one right up there. I'm just gonna look around. All right. There's a stretch of them. Okay. So now I also need to champion level up. What was the consensus? Falconeer?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Hands were up, now they're down. Falconeer.
Okay.
Please.
Choose Falconeer.
Go, go, go.
Bam.
Boom. Yes. Okay. Actually, I have a few form questions I wanted to go through too as well.
Absolutely.
Leo. This is Leo in Wisconsin, I think.
Okay.
So a little different. But do you guys plan to leave the funny bits littered throughout the game for launch? Some, all? I think what they are implying is that there's quite a bit of humor in Sorcerer King.
Yeah. Oh, and
that's all planned and intended.
Yeah.
So.
The quests. The quests in particular, we hired cracked writer Chris Buckles to write them, and we're really happy with the quality. Basically, our mindset is, there's a lot of text in the game, so we got to make sure it's enjoyable. And reading his stuff, I'm implementing a lot of the quests, so I don't get the full punch of like witnessing them in game, but as he sends them over, I'm just dying. I love that stuff so much. And so, yeah, we're definitely going to, we'll be tweaking some of it. There's so much text in the game that, we'll be tweaking it as we march closer to gold. But, in general, the feel, it may be a destroyed world, but that doesn't mean you can't have a little fun.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, look. Ray, I can build here. What? Okay. So the look of the game, the terrain itself, we spent a lot of time trying to make sure that you could tell what a given tile looked like. Mm-hmm. There were some complaints in Legendary Heroes that you couldn't tell exactly what a given tile was, mostly where they intersect.
Yeah.
There's just a little bit of bleed over, whereas here we wanted a really crisp edge, really obvious. So here you can see this dark green. This dark green area is basically fertile ground. Mm-hmm. And even if we didn't have these icons over them, you'd be able to look there and see, okay, that's definitely a buildable area. So we'll be able to build a city right there, provided it's not too close to this city. Be building that to tap into that chart. Let's see. We have some units over here. An escaped experiment. Huh. Okay. I gotta go. But my health is down. Did I get heal yet? No, I didn't. Okay. I don't have heal yet. I really want heal. So let's play with the manage magic. Every single shard in the world is providing me with magic, which then gets split up 3 ways. Mm-hmm. You get lore, and lore will increase how fast you learn new spells. You get mana, which is just the pool of mana. So if you know that you're going to be going up against the Sorcerer King or a Lieutenant, you probably want a nice big magic mana stockpile.
Yeah.
And then it lets you cast bigger and better spells. And then you have skill, which is basically our research option, which lets you unlock things in the Sovereign skill tree. So that skill tree where I just picked Shard Guardian, all this stuff will become available as I increase my skill, the skill that I bring in from the shards. So right now, though, I'm going to put it all on lore because I really, really want that spell. Because these guys is going to die.
Cool. I have a few more questions from the forums. From Thormdor. Let's see. Or are there any plans for trained units to acquire new abilities when they are leveled up? Say a new skill at the 5th, 10th, and so on.
We've
level?
thought about that. Right now, what we've implemented is just as straight as you level up those units, they get higher stats. So you get stat boosts. One of the ideas that we've been tossing around that I really like because it ties into another system is making it so items can have levels, level requirements. So maybe you can craft all these rings, but you have to spend a little bit of time on bringing your units up to speed to make full use of them. Yeah. And those rings and abilities and spells and everything can unlock unlock other abilities. So I think that if we do it, that's probably how we'll go about it. We're not going to make separate trees for all these guys, but make sure that upgrading and specializing are options for the player. Oh, one more turn.
Still waiting on that heal spell.
I need it so bad. Oh, and look at this guy go. Look at him up the mountain. Wait, just a sec. Oh. Okay, it's go time. Young ogre.
I think somebody mentioned that in the chat too. That hourglass might have to check the hit detection on that, and the OK button seems to be off by.
Yeah. I've noticed
bit, so.
Some of these are a little bit iffy. I think other games will actually put like a little arrow where the actual hit
the hit marker
place.
is. Yeah.
Let's see. So we're gonna have to battle this one out.
Cool.
It's not cool, Ray, because I'm so low on health.
It will be okay.
That guy
looks really friendly. I really like that guy. I want him to be my friend.
Okay, so first up, I don't. Oh, jeez. So I got the wolf. Okay, these guys should be okay. Oh. Sorry. All right, he'll probably be the one hidden. So.
Actually, when micromanaging the wheel, like you were earlier, there's a point made by Gilmoy in the chat. Now, they'd mentioned that sometimes when it says 6 or so to complete, it really means 4.9. So is that still kind of in early development when working with that wheel?
Yeah, it's hard when you have floating points in a system. I've seen it too where one of the wizard abilities is cutting the amount of mana that spell was cast by like 10% or 20%. And in the code, that float weirdness has to be dealt with across the board. So we'll be getting to that, absolutely.
Cool. Very cool.
Make sure the numbers mean what they say they mean. Okay.
We have predictions, too, that the Gilmoy predicts that the young ogre is going to throw 2 rocks at the injured guys. So good luck.
Okay. Okay, so he's webbed.
Right.
Okay, so using that prediction,
call.
can I use that prediction to my
advantage?
No, I don't think I can.
I don't think you can, Scott.
I'll use the wolf.
As cannon fodder? Go in, wolf. I don't know.
Okay.
That may not be good.
Okay. And he dodged.
Dodge? Hey, what is dodge? that's
dodged.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So we're going to take this out from afar.
What I think is kind of funny in the chat, Ogrest is the person's name, and they're really excited that you beat this ogre. So I really hope we're all rooting for you.
Okay.
Don't you wish you had a scout now? Is said in the
yes.
chat.
Yeah. Oh, I always try to have
like
bottled
that.
flights. I should have. I don't know. I forget if bottled flights are one of the things you can craft right away. But I love having at least 2 of those, and obviously I don't. So we're gonna. Man, this is gonna be rough.
Tension's building. Oh, excuse me. Ogrest wants the ogre to win.
Oh,
so goodbye,
I'm
Scott.
glad that's.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for nothing.
Sorry for what I said. Thank you for clarifying. Someone else in the chat named Scars is they're all excited for you to die.
Screw it.
See, Star Skittles loves ogres.
Is that
There's
Katie?
like
Oh, Oh, that better not be Katie. She hit me with a Nerf dart earlier.
Really?
And now she's just
speaking of
reveling.
ogres. There's quite a few trolls in the building. Right? Am I right?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Battle ensues.
Okay, so this guy, he's webbed. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna bite him. He's gonna kill my wolf. I wasted the heal spell on that wolf apparently, and I'm gonna web this guy. This may actually be super cheesy. That's another good thing about streams is we get to find all the cheese. Oh, crap.
Sweet baby, that boulder was real. I mean, it was in a mythical world, but that really happened. That was called.
That effect. We actually just talked about that effect this morning. That will get...
Yeah.
That needs so much love.
I think there's bets currently taking place on which injury Paragon gets.
Oh,
so
you know what? I think I can talk about that. We're removing injuries. I don't know if they're removed right now. I think they actually maybe. Oh, I should have talked about that when we. Just forget what I said. We'll drop it like a surprise later. Oh, where's the injury? Oh,
weird. Hey, look, you webbed him. Good call.
I webbed him.
Can you still throw rocks while webbed?
Yes.
Okay, well, get ready for the rock.
No.
Wait for it.
I'm fast. Oh, there we go. I lost the wolf, but I gained some ogre blood.
I am sorry for all the ogre fans in the audience. It appears the ogre is down. I repeat.
All right. Another thing that always comes up is the weird way that some of these windows pop up out of order. That is one of the high priorities for us. We're working on that. What should I get? What do you think, Ray?
Does it do damage?
Storm does damage. Curse. Raise skeleton. I can raise some skeletons.
I think you need more friends, real or dead. You should go for that one.
Oh, wait. Raise skeleton's really cheap, though, and it only takes 3 turns to get. Target has no slow. Yeah.
Ogre.
Okay.
Nice one, Ogre.
Okay. So I picked raise skeleton. He will do damage.
Yes. Tons of damage.
Okay. And now I'm gonna fly. Are you watching this bird?
I was too busy excited because in the chat, Ogrist flipped the desk and walked out. Apparently, they were upset by the ogre losing. They were upset.
Okay, so I'm finding nothing over here. Let's send this guy way over there.
Wow, people are really encouraged. They're like, that went better than expected.
Yeah, it did. It was a young ogre though, so
you killed a young ogre.
He tried to kill me.
That's fair. All's fair in love and war. Okay, just a few more questions I really want to get through on the forums.
I haven't even got this second shard, so
I'm just excited for you. Hey, it's okay. Save the game. Play more.
Oh, that's right.
You know?
Next week.
There you go.
We'll keep it going.
There's a lot of comments about this. What is this intelligent Vorpal Blade? People are super curious when this is going to get in. Is this item real?
Heal. So, let's see. Heal. I don't have enough mana for heal. I don't know. I can't. We'll talk about the Vorpal Blade later.
Okay.
I need...
Oh, here's a really good one. Let's see. Will there be random events added to the game? Oh, hey, they really go in detail on this, actually. Say a good variety of smaller events. A 2-headed calf is born. Marriage is celebrated. Or bigger ones. Global events, mind you. Comet hits the map, does a bunch of damage. Earthquake, massive earthquake, does a bunch of damage. Do any of these things sound...
Yes. Basically, that the random event system is controlled by the Sorcerer King.
Very cool.
I mean, the Dungeon Master. That's the beauty of, the asynchronous... the design, the asynchronous gameplay lets us throw random events at the player in an intelligent way. So sometimes it'll be a world random event. Sometimes it'll be a Sorcerer King random event. But in general, you always have new things to deal with as the game goes on.
Very cool.
Oh man, look at all that essence. Look at all that essence, Ray.
Now, essence, could you describe that to me? Because that was another question that was brought up too. There's a lot of resources, there's players have mentioned that there seems to be quite a few resources. And what are they and what do they do?
let's talk about the tile yields in particular, because that's essence is a tile yield.
Okay.
And tile yields feed into the city system. Grain, right here, the little wheat icons. That means that you can first and foremost build a city there, and second off, every grain in a city or every food point is basically how fast your population grows. So we're going to have, if I settle right here on this sweet looking spot, I'll have 5 new population coming in per turn. That in population, as it grows, levels up my city, and as my city levels up, I can build new improvements. I can expand out, okay. Production, the little hammers right there, that indicates how fast units are trained and how fast buildings are built. And then essence indicates how many enchantments you can cast on a city. So if you want a whole lot of wiggle room with what a city does, those enchantment slots are invaluable. I can go over and throw a bunch of enchanted hammers on it. Once the production is done, I can disable those spells and then throw new ones on. So basically, I'll be able to get a nice magical city out of that. And I think I'm going to focus on that. I have a bunch of really evil guys all around me. I'm not too happy about that. Let's go over to library. A lot of times libraries will have recipes, crafting recipes for me. So let's go see what that holds. I feel like I'm about to be ganged up on. They all keep running towards me.
Oh, the suspense is building.
Yeah.
We're actually running really low on time today.
Are we? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
and the game is really picking up, which is very cool. Let's see. I have one last one, kind of from the forums, and a very, very general question, so it should be good to wrap up with is, there's a unit in the game known as the Administrator?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of curiosity on, what is this guy for? He's
the Administrator.
Yeah.
He's basically a non-combatant unit that you get through quests that will provide extra food, extra production in some way into whatever city he's stationed in.
So he stays at home kind of guy?
He stays at home, but he makes sure that he is useful in some way.
But you have to be careful, because if you try to transport him from city to city.
Yeah, so he tends to you need to escort him around. But if you get a couple of those guys going from city to city, it gives a little bit of flexibility in an interesting way to what a city can and cannot do.
Very cool.
How much time? Do I have enough time to build a city? What do I got?
Chat, how do you feel? We're going to give him time to
I think
build
I
that
have
city?
enough time to die, because these guys are breathing down my neck.
Oh, that's my favorite unit right there. The wagon. They had that cool animation, right?
Yeah.
I remember that from last week.
I'll zoom in. Oh, that animation's in now.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, so there's a question from the chat. Enchanted hammers can stack? Question mark?
Yes.
Cool.
As of right now, we made it so we kind of brought down what they do, but yeah, they should be able to. You should be able to throw a couple of a given type of spell on there for it to stack.
Cool. Actually, and I see the screen pop up right now for.
No.
Nothing. Okay.
No. That was him trying to get me to join him.
We don't want to join him.
No.
Not even. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I probably would have, but that's fine. That's fine.
Place up.
Seems like a nice game. They really want you to be quiet.
Battle Mage. Okay. Oh, 26. So another one of the big changes from FE and LH is the distillation of all these numbers and all these abilities and everything that a unit is down into a single combat rating. And we'll be playing with the algorithm, but basically you should be able to look at somebody with a combat rating of, 26 in this case, and look over here and say he's a 20, and know, okay, I have a chance of winning. I have a pretty good chance of winning. Or if I were the 20 and he was the 26, I would go, okay, that's not a battle I want to take on right now. Okay, I'm gonna settle. Crystalville. And that would be a name that we'd probably change later if the option was in there. So now Crystalville has been made. These guys are probably going to take damage the next turn. Oh, the city leveled up. Look at all this stuff happening, and we have to end. Ooh, if I build this way, I think that my zone of control. Look at that piddly zone of control improvement. Okay. I got to get these guys. Next week, we're going to get these guys.
Cool.
We're going to take out all these guys. And now that we have a fire mage and a pikeman, we may be able to do some clearing of the land and make our way towards the Sorcerer King.
Okay, cool. So, looks like, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Got some really cool stuff going on. Camera's right there. Yeah, I was like, where's the camera? Yeah, it's been there this whole time. I think it moved. Anyways, as Scott said, so there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up for next week. So it'll be Wednesday.
It will be
next Wednesday.
Yep.
Tune in, 3 p.m.
We'll keep going on.
Cool. And those of you curious want to check out this Friday at 3 p.m., we will be doing the Gal Save 3 stream. So we'll be showing out some of the new stuff that went out just recently. Really excited to get that out as well. So thanks again for stopping by. This little guy says, how do you do? Everyone have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.